What's up, everyone? Leland with Benchmark Vehicles, and I am here today with my good friend Toby Pond from Scheel-Mann Seats.
Hey, everybody.
And, yeah, welcome.
Thanks, man.
If you've been following us at Benchmark for over the years, you'll see that we really prefer to add Scheel-Mann seats to every build that we do. I've gone into depth a few times about the seats and the different options that Scheel-Mann offers. I love them. I've had them in many different vehicles over the years, and got to know Toby very well over the last almost decade or so since we met.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to have you in the shop today, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the cool aspects and features of the Vario seat.
Cool, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Awesome, so we're inside van 108, and this is a pretty awesome setup. The clients had a really unique idea of just bringing together a blue van. This is a Vonda Blue. It's the first color that we've ever done at Benchmark with the exterior in this Vonda Blue. We wrapped it in a stealth PPF, so gave it that nice matte look. And then, of course, the blue or blau seats from Scheel-Mann were the finishing touch that really brings everything together, ties the outside element to the inside. We're going to talk a little bit about why these seats are so cool, why I love having them in the vans, why I love working with Toby and his wife, Nicole. So, Toby, what's your favorite feature about these Scheel-Mann seats?
The fact that they work so well. So the thing that I'm the most proud of, and the thing that I think is the coolest, is these seats are so adjustable that they'll work for someone that's really short in stature, but also they can be adjusted to work with someone that's really tall. And at the end of the day, two people of different sizes can get in their van, drive across the country, and when they get out at the end of the day, after 8 hours of being in the van, they're not going to be as fatigued and worn out.
Yeah.
And so when they turn the seats around and they've got this beautiful, peaceful, soothing interior, they can just relax.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I've spent hundreds of hours in these seats over the years, and it's definitely the most, I'd say, memorable and noticeable feature in really any vehicle that I've had a Scheel-Mann seat in, is being just comfortable in the seat and feeling like, you know, my back is not going to be sore after spending 10 hours on the road, and just appreciating the craftsmanship that goes into these seats, because they are handmade. I visited the factory outside of Stuttgart with Toby a couple years ago, and it's really impressive to see, a family business that's, it's in a small kind of farm town out in the country, this beautiful setting, and a factory that's been around for 100 years. And it's just incredible to see people making things with their hands. That's what we do here. And having a component that comes all the way from Germany to right here to Portland is special. And so Toby's warehouse for Scheel-Mann, would you call it Scheel-Mann North America? How do you?
Yeah, exactly. Scheel-Mann USA.
Yeah, right here in Portland. So all the seats come typically by boat container.
Yeah, we bring in a 40-foot container of seats every month, then special projects like these blue seats, they come in air freight specifically after we make them. So there's two different pathways.
Yeah. And this is a newer blue than what we've had in the past, right?
Yep. So it's called Marine Blau, and it fittingly is perfect for this kind of nautically inspired interior. And I think you're one of the first people to put these in a van, and it works so well. In addition to the color, there's another new feature that these seats have, which I think your customers are going to be excited about, and that's we call it the Klima option. So instead of just having the typical heated seats, we also have actively ventilated seats. So what that means is that on a day where you're hot and you're sweaty and you're just sticking to the seat, there's fans. So there's one fan in the bottom of the seat and one fan in the backrest, and they blow through a port system into a special membrane, like a foam layer in the seat that doesn't get crushed when you sit on it. And so the air distributes through the seat, and then the sweat on your back is evaporated by that moving air, and it really cools you down pretty quick. So it's a kind of a neat new thing.
That's amazing. It's modern cars have cooled or vented seats, and it really just makes such a difference when you're, hot and you're wearing a cotton t-shirt and you're sweating, and why would you want to be stuck to your seat when we have a solution for that? Funny play off of that. One of my favorite things with the new Klima seats is to run them with the heat and the Klima when it's cold out, and you've got this nice warm airflow going on.
There you go.
So if you hop off the mountain and you're cold and it's come out of the snow, it's just an added benefit.
Little details make a big difference. Yeah,
they do. Toby, what got you into bringing seats from Germany to sell in North America?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I've always been maybe overly into old cars and machines, a little bit too much. And years ago, I found a small little advertisement for Scheel-Mann seats, specifically for the Land Rover Defender. And I had a Land Rover Defender, and I knew of the brand historically, but I had thought that for all intents and purposes they had disappeared and gone out of business in the 80s. And so I was really excited. They were still made in Germany. They were specifically for a Land Rover, and it's this really famous historical brand. And so I reached out, really excited, I'm going to buy some for my truck. And they said, hey, yeah, just go to any of our dealers. And the dealers were on the world map. They were all inside of Germany. And so we're about a year of kind of coming up with a plan. Here we are. So I got the distribution. Yeah.
And it's really expanded quite a bit, even over the last 5 or so years. The old Scheel-Mann warehouse was tucked away in North Portland off of Columbia Boulevard, and it was kind of dark and mysterious, and had these really cool like old Porsches kind of scattered about. And that's when I first started finding out about the seats and meeting Toby. And now he's got the big beautiful space up in Northeast Portland with seats stacked from floor to ceiling, which has got to be like
26 feet.
26 feet.
Yeah.
It's impressive. You see that many. The other really fun part about knowing Toby and learning from him over the years is learning about his passion for old cars, because I share that same passion. And going to his shop, his warehouse is a treat every single time I get to go over there. Even if I'm just like not picking anything up that's very important, just go check out something cool that Toby's working on. And I learn a lot from this guy. He's taught me a ton about seats, obviously, vintage cars, Porsches, BMWs, Land Rovers, Land Cruisers. This guy has got a wealth of knowledge like you wouldn't believe, and knows some of the most obscure, weird rally car and racing,
answers to questions no one's asking.
Yeah, how do you even put it? Like, what are you talking about? Where did you even find that Alpine?
Yeah.
So, really fun and just a good time. And Toby and I have, spent the years, maybe not as often as we used to, traveling around, going to trade shows, and we'd caravan in our vans with our Scheel-Mann seats. It's
good memories.
Good time. Yeah, good times.
It's been a fun journey.
Yeah. Appreciate you coming in today and talking.
Thanks for having me. It's really a joy, man.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
Yeah, cheers.